might get a little close and weird. Like it might get a little like that, but
all right. Dude, as weird as you want to get. I've been weird plenty of times, so it's all good.
okay, perfect. Nice.
Then we're gold.
Hiding from humans. Joining me here on Beyond the Static. Thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate it.
Yeah,
Awesome,
thanks for having us.
Yeah.
So why don't we get started? Just tell me a little bit about yourselves. Introduce yourselves. What you all do for the band. How the band got started. Just give me the rundown.
Okay, well, I'm the singer, rhythm guitarist in the band, and the way it kind of started was Paul here, the drummer. He randomly was stalking me essentially, and he tried to get a hold of me through some people that I was related to and stuff. He needed a singer for his band, and he eventually did. He reached through to me, and I ended up jamming with him, and through that, I brought in my good friend Curtis here, the guitarist, who I had played with for years beforehand, and he ended up joining the band as well. So and we're missing Chris, who is the bassist. He's a friend of Paul's, I guess, kind of a acquaintance of Paul's. Super good bassist for once, which was crazy. And it was, I don't know, he's a really talented guy, and we're missing him.
Yeah,
so
he's kind of missing out on the action today, but yeah. So I mean, it's kind of to go on with Danny or so. Yeah, I basically recruited Danny. You know, I was jamming with a few other guys beforehand, and we were looking for a singer. You know, as you mentioned, and we kind of recruited him. Those guys ended up leaving, and then obviously we brought in Curtis.
Yeah.
And then I've known Chris for about 20 years, and he's a fantastic bass player. So I said, hey, Chris, you want to come jam? And then we kind of formed that, and that was about early 2019. So
yeah, that's last year, obviously, but yeah,
year and a half.
Something like a year and a half ago. Yeah.
Nice. So what's the what's the story with the burnt down arcade?
Oh yeah.
So we jam. Our jam spot is a really shitty jam spot, but
it sucks, but it's a jam spot.
It's in a basement of a building that right next door. Last year there was a huge fire, and there was like an arcade before, a really cool arcade, and
the whole place burnt down.
The whole block pretty much burnt down except for the jam spot.
Yeah.
And so we kind of miss that, that having that arcade there, and that there's a really nice Chinese restaurant that was cool and had really great cheap food. But that burnt down, and I think that's actually where the fire started. So
and even beforehand, even I had been to that arcade and actually had different parties and whatnot there when I was younger. So it's actually pretty crazy though.
So we kind of rose up from the ground of this burnt down arcade. So
yeah.
that's kind of where that started, right?
Nice. So, and
metaphor-y, but yeah.
Yeah, the name makes more sense now, since you're the only people on the block. You could just go in there and you're literally hiding from everyone. There's no
It's actually, it does come from our bassist, who's not here again. We're gonna say that a lot just to make him feel like shit.
Yeah.
No, it comes from our bassist. He was talking to his brother or something, and his brother messaged him and asked him what he's up to. And because of COVID going on, right? He said, "Oh, I'm just hiding from humans like everybody else." And then he realized that's a good idea for a name, and he threw it at us, and we all kind of liked it. So.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah. So that was kind of cool. I mean,
I like the name. I do.
Yeah.
It's weird how our old band was called Almost Alien, and now we're hiding from humans. So it's a little weird. This alien thing just going on, but
I'm noticing a theme.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Is the area of Canada that you guys are from? I know there are parts of Canada that are just not just humans don't go there. Are you guys
you want to see something?
I'm talking about none of us.
You're looking at it.
It's already snowing there. Fuck that.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Oh yeah.
So
that worked all week.
We're in the place where people don't go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're flattest part of the
Yeah,
country.
you know, I mean, last week it was in the 70s, and then all of a sudden we got snow a couple days ago. So it's, you know, but it's one of those places in Canada that, yeah, people just kind of keep on driving through.
Yeah.
You know, they don't stop. So,
Water
So-
boils at 100.
That's perfect for a pop punk band because I'll start in like small towns and you just want to get the fuck out.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the joke, right? Eh? Let's get out of this town. The old pop punk thing.
Yeah. Look, I grew up in a small town in New Jersey, so I get it. Like when I heard
Yeah.
this, like,
Yeah.
oh, this can get me out of here, like hell yeah, like let's do that.
Let's
Yeah.
get out of here.
So damn, lost my train of thought. You're talking about your okay.
Okay, have a sip of your drink. We'll all have a sip of our drink.
it's just rock stars for me these days.
Oh,
Rock stars.
Yeah.
it's a stat holiday for us today, so we're kind of, you know,
Yeah, it's
none of us got to work
Remembrance
today,
Day,
so
so yeah,
It's
we're
what?
off.
we're off. So that's good.
Remembrance Day? What's that all about?
it's like what is it?
It's like Veterans Day.
Veterans Day.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Veterans.
Oh, okay.
Canadian
much.
Veterans Day. You know?
Okay. You guys always have to have different names
Yeah.
from us. What's that
In the
about?
middle of the week.
Yeah, right?
It's a Wednesday.
Yeah. Ours was like
This is actually notoriously my drink day, so it's kind of bullshit.
Yours is what? Sorry.
our Veterans Day was like Thursday or something like that, or like Tuesday or Thursday or something like that. It's great. It's
Oh yeah. So
Like
that was
last
it.
week?
I think so. It might have been yesterday. I don't even know, to be honest with you, which is kind of shitty because like I have vets all in my family and you know friends and everything.
That's how I. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
What? Oh,
Oh, just sorry, internet.
Your leg's a bit there, but
Yeah.
you're good. You're caught
yeah.
up. You're all good.
Zoom does that. I don't know why. Like I'm the only person using
it is-
internet in my house.
There's no way.
Yeah.
It's doing
might
the
be.
same thing it did with the connection here.
Oh well.
Yeah.
You can still hear us
You got
good, eh?
full LTE.
Yeah.
You're good.
And
Yeah,
there's
as long as
magic.
you can hear us, we're good.
There's
No.
magic of editing, so it's all good.
So are you in New Jersey right now, even?
I'm in Philadelphia right now. Yeah,
Oh, you're in
Philly,
Philly.
right.
Nice.
yeah. Like once
Is it
you,
always sunny there?
I would move my laptop and show you how much it's raining right now.
I'm just kidding. I
Yeah.
bet it's pretty bad. My
It
favorite
depends.
show of all time is It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, though.
That's
There's no
really.
comparison to any other show in the world. It's sunny. Oh yeah.
I actually used to work for like technically work for Mac and Kate.
Oh really?
Yeah, Mac
Wait,
and
for who?
Nah.
Oh, Mac and Kate.
yeah,
Mac and Caitlin Olsen.
yeah,
Are you serious? We're like Rob McElhenney and
yeah. Rob McElhaney
Yes.
and Kate Olsen. They own a
You're blowing my
bar.
mind.
They own a bar in Philly, and I was a bartender and like a server there for like 2 years.
Oh nice.
Holy
Yeah.
shit.
That's pretty neat.
That is pretty neat. That's sweet.
Yeah, people come there all the time, and it's like this doesn't look anything like the show. Like, no, this is an actual legitimate business.
Yeah, right. Yeah. There's no bums or Chinese guys dealing out cards and stuff in the background.
No, like no, this is a real business. Sorry.
That's sick. Right on.
Sorry to disappoint you.
That's cool though.
So let's talk a little bit. I see you got the singles out. The whole album isn't available to listen to quite yet, right? The 13th it comes out.
Yes.
Yeah. Friday
Okay.
the 13th it's gonna be available.
Oh right, that is Friday. the
Yeah.
13th. Was that on purpose?
Friday.
Yeah, this Friday.
Yeah, it's the letter. Yeah.
Was
2
that
days
on
away.
purpose to do the Friday the 13th thing and kind of go with that?
Well, it wasn't on purpose, but when we did discuss when to release it, the fact that we could release it on Friday the 13th was kind of an option. So we did take it because at least we had that Friday the 13th thing to go off of
Right.
when we were at Lancaster. Yeah. So it was kind of in our thoughts, yeah, when we did it.
Well, talk a little bit about the singles, and I know you got a video for Whinge coming out soon. Yeah, so like tell the world a little bit about the singles and and what you were going for there, and like the thoughts and like what they're all about.
Well, Whinge is kind of it's funny because we always knew it was a super catchy song. Curtis and I actually wrote that. It's actually quite a while, like years ago. We wrote that in his period blood shag carpet.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I knew you didn't want me to say that. Yeah, explain the period blood carpet.
I had this red shag carpet in the basement of my house, and it was just bright red.
It was like bright period blood red, yeah.
Your
Why do you
girls-
keep saying it like that?
Yes. So yeah, we wrote that. That was like 5 years ago, maybe.
That's got to be about 5 years ago. Like it's
Maybe
actually
more. Like
it might even be longer. And him and I used to write music was we would get together. We'd have quite a few drinks, get a little messed up, bring out our acoustic guitars and just, hammer on them and figure something out. Eventually something clicks that you're like, we need to remember this. We need to record this. This is good. And that's what happened with Whinge. You're bitching and moaning. And I remember him. He looked at me when I sang that once because I came up with it on the spot. And I remember he looked at me and he's like, Danny, that's awesome. So we kept that around. And then years later, now with this band, with Paul and Chris and stuff, we're putting it into an actual song that we've recorded and stuff for an album. So it's wild. It's actually a very old tune.
So what does it mean though, Danny? Like you guys wrote it. I mean, what's the song about?
That's the thing, is like it says you're bitching and moaning and stuff, and of course my girlfriend is not gonna want to hear that I'm saying that about her. And the truth is it's not about her because she was barely my girlfriend at the time of writing it. But
Do you guys want another drink now or okay?
I will take another beer,
One more?
please. Yeah, thank you.
Hello, ma'am.
Sorry, we are. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or would you like that?
I'm okay for now. Yeah, thanks.
Tell her to
But
say hi.
no, there's honestly
We will.
And
there's a lot of times where you write metaphorically. You don't write about what you're actually experiencing. A lot of times you do, a lot of times you don't. But I don't know. It's hard to explain.
It's
Like,
not really
also-
about a man or a woman
No, it's
complaining.
There's nobody complaining to anybody specifically. It's just kind of the idea of the whole, ill-going relationship at the time. But also part of the lyrics came from his lyric book, which were old lyrics that he had written beforehand, and he allowed me to use for part of the song, which is the first verse mostly. But I don't know. It's hard to say. If you actually listen to it, it doesn't make any sense. So, but it's catchy, but it doesn't make any sense.
It's one of those things that is so generalized. It's relatable to anyone.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
that's the idea behind it.
And then radio.
Those are the best. Those are the best songs that like you can like kind of apply them anywhere in your life, and
Yeah.
I think that's what kind of
You've heard the song.
yeah.
It's like la da 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 da, and that's supposed to be the idea behind it was the person blocking their ears out
block it out. Yeah.
and
Yeah.
just numbing out their partner, right?
Hell, it could be about your boss for all,
Yeah,
all
yeah,
that. Like, you know what I mean?
Exactly. That's a good way to put it, for sure. Didn't even think of that. That's officially what it's about now. That's the best way to put it.
About work.
It's about work, because goddamn, I hate my job.
What's the inspiration behind radio?
So
Yeah, it's mostly
I wrote radio.
the chorus.
The course was about, for me, it was kind of just like tuning out other bands, just tuning out other music. When I get in the mode of writing music,
He says hi, by the way.
I kind of just turn down everything and I just sort of like focus on just like the creativity and everything. And that's kind of what the course was about for me.
Is that water?
But then Danny kind of took it over and sort of
For the verses?
and sort of put his own lyrical twist on it and stuff like that, and kind of made it into like a little bit more of a meaning. But when I originally wrote the song, it was really just about me focusing on being creative and just tuning down everything. Just
Yeah, I remember
tuning
it.
down
He was
everything,
talking.
so-
I remember when he told me about it. The idea was for him was that he wanted to kind of be like, I don't know, like what's the word to put it? Like not block out, but something like I don't know, something like
just turn down the radio, really.
like turn that. Like I don't want to hear your mainstream music. I just want to do what I want to do.
Yeah,
That's the idea behind it when he told me about it. And yeah, that's what the chorus is definitely about. And for some reason, when I wrote the lyrics for the verses are different, but more like brought some, I don't know, like some life experience into it and kind of changed his probably original goal to it, which I didn't do on purpose, but it worked. And we really liked the way it turned out. So that's what we went with.
And we picked that song because it has no swears in it.
Right.
Yeah, that's the reason it's our single off the album is because there's no swearing in it. That is actually 100% the reason. Like there's no, it's a catchy as hell, but I mean, other than that,
You guys swear a lot in the rest of your stuff?
cheers.
No,
Not a
we-
lot.
no.
There's just one or two, you know.
Like yeah,
Okay.
like the odd like swear here and there, but yeah, just to make it friendly for the radio.
I like
you
the way
know.
they're talking about this, and I'm the one who writes the fucking swear word. Really, there you go. Oops.
Hey, you can
I'm
swear on
the
this
one
show
who-
all you want.
I accident. I don't natural write. You write. I'm a very articulate person, but for some reason, I seem to find reason to put swear words in sometimes, just to express anger or express just that little tiny swear word. It does, like it changes the way the music feels to you yourself when you're writing it. It's hard to explain. It sounds stupid, but it's true.
Sometimes there's nothing else you can say,
Anger
but
means
like,
something.
you know, like fuck or god damn it. Like, you know what I mean? Sometimes there's nothing else you
Yeah.
can say.
Yeah.
So
Just gotta say it.
on that theme of like turning down the radio and everything, it's a good segue. And so in your bio it says that like you spent a lot of this time like during COVID like developing your own unique sound.
Yeah.
So how would you say that that's different from the sound you had before, and like what do you think about what you're doing now like makes it like just like unique to you guys and just like more personal to you guys?
Like if I'm going to be real, like one thing I'm finding with us, like we had the interview yesterday, right? And I'm finding that our sound is not crazy unique. Obviously, it's pop punk. It is what it is. But the thing that's unique about it is we're not 2020 pop punk. We're 2000 pop punk is what it is. Like apparently that seems to be the theme we're following and we're hearing from everybody. We're not the pop punk of today. We're the pop punk of yesterday, and we still
Stick
what
to it.
we stick to it, and that's what we're making. Like Blink 182, old Green Day, old bands like that. Like it's so that's what I'm hearing.
Yeah, and
That's
like
Paul
and,
talk,
and
yeah.
I'll chime in. So Chris, obviously, our bass player is not here today, but me and
Neither.
Chris are a little bit different in age with Danny and Curtis.
Yeah.
But me and Chris bring a lot more of like the early 90s, mid 90s kind of influences to the band. And then when we started jamming, all of us four together, we had a lot of variety of influences. And so that kind of brought us to like how we sound today. And I think
I totally did. Oh yeah, for sure.
you know, I mean, the reaction that we've got so far is you know, like it's kind of like everybody's been in a time machine going back to 2000 or you know, late 90s,
Yeah, that's what we've heard. Yeah.
which is cool to hear, you know, but we never really like set
for
out
that.
an aim
Yeah,
for
yeah,
that, you know.
exactly,
It was
yeah.
just sort of like we just started making music
Kinda
and
just natural.
yeah, we just brought all our influences together and
Which is cool.
That's-
That's a cool thing to hear because that is literally all of our inspirations anyway. So it's wild. Because pop punk has changed a lot over the years. It's a lot more heavy. There's a lot more yelling / screaming and
A lot more
and that's not what we do, but really that's
Yeah.
pop punk now.
A lot more angry, yeah.
Yeah.
a lot
I,
more
uh,
swearing maybe.
Yeah.
So like, you know, I love today's pop punk, but like I grew up on that like pop punk, like Newfound Glory is like one of my favorite bands.
Yeah.
And like, you know,
Yes,
old Fall Out
exactly,
Boy before like whatever the bullshit is they're putting
Fall
out
Out Boy, nice.
now.
Represent
But,
the dude.
but like, yeah, I was thinking that when I was listening to your tracks, I'm like, this is like everything that I loved about that time, so minus everything that I hated about that time, you know, or everything that I grew to like kind of like be played out, like, you know.
God, 20 years too late.
Yeah, what they
God.
should have done. But
Yeah, what they yeah, exactly. He should have done this as an embryo.
but so like, all right, overall on the since we're not like everybody's not privy to the rest of the album yet, like what are some of the themes and the vibes that you were like kind of going for, like on the EP, or like some commonality, common thread throughout?
It's more directed
I
to me,
I think the album or the EP as a whole, it kind of has like that vibe of, it's like a roller coaster, like emotional roller coaster. Like we got tracks about, you know, relationships. We got tracks about,
Yeah.
you know, internal and external conflicts in life, and you know, and all that stuff. And
yeah, then the idea behind the music itself is just to rock. Like, I hate using that word, but honestly, like, it's, you listen to songs like when it's released finally, you'll hear some stuff, and the idea is just a couple songs in there are literally just to rock.
yeah,
Like literally like Drive or Lost Cause, when you hear them, or they're obviously have messages in the lyrics, but that's not the whole point. The whole point is just to have a good feeling. They
Catchy.
sound good. They're catchy.
yeah.
They're the music, the guitars and stuff, they have the right chords in a row that make it sound proper, like the way a song should sound, is the idea we went for. But the theme, I guess, if you want to ask like a theme for it, it's a lot easier to answer that about other things I've written, but we all kind of wrote these together, and there's different themes amongst the album. Like, it's hard to explain. Like, Lost Cause, it was written about just your overall self being a piece of shit. If you listen to the lyrics, you'll get that. It's about, you just kind of, you're not okay with yourself. You feel like nobody else is okay with you. You feel like it's just nobody's
dark.
Nobody
It's pretty
likes
dark
you.
now. You're making it sound like really
It's
dark
kind of
now.
Lost
So.
Cause, man. And then Drive is kind of the idea that there's no place feels like home. No matter where you go, no place feels like home, because you can go anywhere, but that doesn't stop the anxiety from creeping up into your head and making no place you could ever be feel like home. There's a lot of songs that are kind of like that, more to it.
Yeah.
It's fun music with dark
Yeah,
lyrics.
I guess so. Yeah, that's kind of that's kind of the
I
theme.
guess they
right?
had no idea, but yeah.
That's like my favorite types. It's like I think what I love about bands like Bayside and Alkaline Trio is like that upbeat
B-side,
music.
yes.
Yeah, like that.
I'm sorry,
upbeat
nobody ever brings up B-side.
Dude,
That
I
just
love
blew my mind.
Bayside. I love Bayside so much.
Oh, Bayside's amazing.
It was funny because up until like 2 years ago or 3 years ago when they came through Philly, like I had never owned a Bayside CD, but every time they were coming through Philly, I was like, I'm there, you know. Like I knew a lot of the
That's
songs,
cool.
but I'd never like actually owned a thing. Now I have, now I have like Amazon Music, so like I have their whole catalog on my phone.
Yeah.
So we need to get Paul to listen to Bayside now.
Yeah, I'm
he has
never,
no
I've
idea
never
who that is
Bayside.
yet.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Starting with The Walking Wounded.
The Walking Wounded. The solo in that song is wild, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
They have
first,
accordion in that song. It's funny. Last year we were talking with Chris about that. The accordion, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Or
the
like-
song that came to mind when we put accordion to me.
or like Carry On, you know, that get them
Yeah, exactly.
Carry On. That
Dude,
song
they're all
is so
good.
sick.
I tried to. I couldn't get into a lot of their new stuff with like Sick. Like, they're good songs, but
I didn't really.
I don't know. Not the same.
That's on the Vacate or Vacated album or whatever. Like that's the one that I bought, and I
Yeah.
actually really like that album. Like that song is like a little but there are some other awesome songs on there, like
Killing
Huh?
Time. Killing Time. That's the name of the album, right?
no,
No.
no, I think it's called like Vacated or something like that. or
Vacancy or something. Yeah.
Vacancy. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like there's a song on there. It's like Dead for Days or something like that. It's like just so
Okay,
catchy.
yeah.
Like, but it's like a lot. I didn't expect a lot of what they had to offer on there, but it was so good.
One thing I did like when they finally had an album like that was sounded that way, it was cool because if you listen to their old albums, like with The Walking Wounded on it, like The Walking Wounded, and then their self-titled Bayside album, they sound very under-recorded. Like they didn't have a lot of luxury when it came to recording. It sounds unedited, like it sounds bad, like good, because that's my favorite album of them. But then
Just
you
like,
hear
no bells and
Vacancy,
whistles.
or like they're overproduced now, like not overproduced, but they're produced now, and it sounds like high quality music now, which is weird. There's not a lot of bands you can go from album from one point to the other and then hear and be like, wow, they've really changed their production.
He even changed his teeth.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. Yes, that's true though. Yeah, his teeth are good now. You ever notice? I forgot.
See, that's what happens. You take a man's fucked up teeth away, and like you just loses something. You know what I mean?
I thought it was the old Freddie Mercury rumor where his teeth were so messed up that he had more room in the back of his throat to hit those notes. It's not
What?
true.
But they
You've
said
never
that.
heard that? Somebody said
No.
that to me long.
Yeah, I've heard.
You've heard that? Yeah, it's stupid. It's
I
not
think
true.
Freddie Mercury was opening up his throat in a lot of different ways, but that's me.
Wow, that was good.
Oh,
No,
man.
that's too good.
I'm making sure that one stays. Oh,
You gotta keep that. You're good.
so I guess with you guys, like obviously, like it's already like snowing there, so like the touring industry in Canada has got to like shut down a lot earlier. So with that, like
So what
you guys were
happens?
probably like not even touring before like
No,
COVID
it's-
hit. So like, does that like that gave you like some extra time to work on this, I would imagine, right?
back when it first happened, yeah.
Yeah.
Not me. Not everybody's job is affected differently. But yeah, he was.
Yeah, I was actually fortunate enough that when we shut down, when Canada shut down, what,
March.
March or something like that, we had shut
I
down.
just got back to the province too. I was gone too.
and a lot of people lost their jobs, but obviously we're
Laid
not
off.
working, laid off and stuff. And I was fortunate enough that I would was able to keep on working and collecting money. So that was great, But as far as the band goes, though,
That was good
during
for you.
that during that
was good for you,
time,
wasn't it?
we so we started like early 2019. We were really kind of starting to get going earlier this year, 2020, and all of a sudden COVID happened, and it put a halt to like everything. We're just we were like, we can't play shows, we can't go on the road, we can't do anything. So that really sucked. That
Nobody saw that coming.
No one saw that coming.
So you're kind of screwed. Nobody had any preparations for what to happen during a pandemic. How are we going to make this band work during a pandemic?
Right. So
nobody ever thought
we
that.
kind of had, kind of like, well, what can we do now? And so we were like, well, we knew we wanted to go record this EP, and it was kind of like the good time to do it.
Yeah, that's
But
true. Yeah.
at the same time, everything was shut down. So it was kind of hard for us to like get things going and moving, and so we had to like really make it work with our producer and engineer and the studio, and kind of like really piece things together, but we were able to do it, and we recorded, and
It happened.
so
there you go,
and now we're like trying to push it, but we can't really promote it because we can't go out and play shows, which is
Yeah, that's
kind
the thing.
of a terrible thing. But I mean, it might be the new way to do things now, with this whole COVID thing, and I mean, obviously Canada is not as bad as the States right now. I mean, the States is really going
Getting
hard
rocked,
with
man.
the COVID, and
Yeah.
you guys are getting hit hard, and I don't know.
Yeah, well,
I mean, it's climbing again here.
The population of your country is much different than ours. But
Right.
per
also you
capita,
guys don't
we
have
know
an
it's
idiot
worse.
for a leader.
As long as anybody's taking care of themselves, it should be okay.
I don't have a what?
You guys also don't have an idiot for a leader, so
What's
An
that?
idiot for a leader.
Oh no, exactly. Thank you. It's so funny. Oh, you have no idea how many people here think we do. A lot of people here will, especially because we're in the prairies of the country, they're very
Conservative.
conservative to the point where they chose their sports team and they will stick behind them no matter what. So Trump is their hero, even though they don't live in your country. It's
oh,
crazy. It's
they're
wild,
dumb.
man. It's like where we live in this part of the country is wild.
Ugh.
Yeah, it is. It is.
I'm glad I
is.
live in
I
a
know,
city where people have some sense.
Yeah, I'm sure, Paul. Fuck you. No, we won't. Let's not get political if we cannot. Let's avoid it. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right. We won't. I'm sorry. I have a tendency.
And you'll get off.
It happened yesterday when I was when I was out with some friends too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I don't mean it, but it's just like I don't do small talk very well, so it's like it always ends up.
You gotta
talk about something, though, right?
Yeah.
You gotta break the silence in some form.
Absolutely. So, well, with that, is there any live streaming in your future, or have you done any, or anything like that?
We're actually
We have
Gonna-
a plan. Yeah,
gonna record a show Sunday.
Yeah, this Sunday. Yeah.
Sunday, a live show, just in a newly opened bar. They're just it's gonna be an empty bar.
Nice.
So they're gonna record it and then we'll release it. I don't know.
Sunday coming up.
A few months probably, but I don't know. There might be a live stream. Who knows?
Is this the Sunday on the upcoming weekend?
This Sunday.
This
yeah.
So
Sunday.
today is Wednesday,
Yeah, so
and
in
the
like
Sunday
3
that
days.
is next Sunday. Like the Sunday that is the next one that we're gonna hit.
No, this Sunday right here.
So
This
yeah,
coming
that's-
Sunday, November 15th.
Yeah, November 5th. Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna do a pre-recorded live set, and then I don't know when we're gonna release that, but probably sometime soon. And then I think we're might do a live stream Boxing Day or the day after Christmas.
I know the
Maybe,
Boxing Day
you know.
one. I know of that. Yes. So I'm fine with. But so this Sunday,
Danny, yes.
making sure I know what I'm doing. That's crazy. I should probably let my girlfriend know.
But yeah, so I think that's kind of what we have planned in the future.
I'm gonna text. I'm
I
gonna
mean,
text.
obviously, with COVID, the numbers are kind of spiking up here locally. So as long as places still remain open and we're able to like play these shows and do this kind of type of things, we're gonna get that out there and do that. So
Is that Lancaster?
Awesome.
Lancaster.
That's what I said.
So looks like we're winding down. I only have the free version of Zoom, so I only get a limited amount of time. But
I think we do too.
before I go, is there anything else that you want the world to know?
EP's coming out November 13th.
November 13th,
November
yeah,
13th.
yeah, check it out. Buy some merch. You know.
If you don't want to listen to us, keep listening to pop punk rock, man. No, for real. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
it honestly is.
just,
Like, a lot of people who don't listen to pop punk or punk rock are missing out. So check it out if you haven't listened to a lot of bands like that. Like, come on.
And listen to Bayside.
Oh yeah.
Listen to Bayside. Yeah, if you're gonna start your pop
Devotion and desire.
yes,
There you go. That's my song, man.
Awesome.
dude, that video was crazy. Like, it made me think that they were like in the vein of AFI for a while, but I was like, then I heard the rest of their stuff. I'm like, not quite.
Dude. And you just said AFI.
Yeah,
We could make out right now, and I would be fine with that. Like, I'm a huge AFI fan. You have no idea what you did to my
I was
emotions.
listening to him yesterday, actually.
I'm looking at your lips. I'm
Yeah,
looking at
man.
your lips real
I
hard.
said full lips. Do you guys?
Thanks
Right
so
on,
much,
man. Love you,
Dwayne.
dude.
And, you know, keep rocking in Philly, and hopefully we can make it out there someday, and you know,
Yeah,
stay
man,
safe
I
and all
would
that.
love to have you guys here.
Yes.
Right
Yes.
on, man.
Yes.
So why don't you tell everyone where they can find you online, all your socials and all that fun stuff.
So hiding from humans, .bandcamp.com. Obviously, that's where you can get the EP. We're on Instagram, we're on Facebook, we're on YouTube. Like I said, we got that new video coming up for Whinge this Friday. So check that out on YouTube. You know, and just that's about it, I think.
Yeah. If
Spotify,
you use
clearly,
the name Hiding from Humans, you'll find us.
I hope so. Yeah. You know.
Or at least we have enough of a very small little bit of listeners, but we have enough that if you do search our name, you'll find us as a band. Yeah. I've tested it.
Word. All right. Well, thank you so much, guys, for joining me and taking some time out of your day. And this was a lot of fun.
Yeah, thanks, Joanne.
This is a great.
Right.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. You're a super deadly dude, man. Thanks for having us.
For sure.